Hey, hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do my debt update for the end of July. So I know what I'm working towards and come August. So if you like this type of content, please stick around. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and get into the numbers. I have my sheet off to the side with my ending balances and how much I've paid to interest so that I can make this video kind of quick and not so long. So for my Quicksilver, which is a credit card through Capital One, my ending balance is $1,797.16. For July, I paid $98.69 to interest. For my Platinum Capital One credit card, my ending balance is $0. And I paid no interest because I paid it off before the interest hit. So we are good. For my Fed tax for 2022, my ending balance is $0. So I paid that one off and I paid $2.95 towards interest. For Fed tax 2023, I gained $13.96 in interest. So that makes my ending balance $2,306.43. For Fed tax 2024, I accrued $18.41 in interest. So that makes my ending balance $2,905.91. For Mohila number 1, I accrued $0 in interest, so it is still $199. For Mohila number 2, and of course I wrote these all out of order, I gained $7.86 in interest, so it makes the balance $1,223.16. For Mohila number 3, we gained $8.60 in interest, which makes our ending balance $1,374 even. For Mohila number 4, we gained $19.95 in interest, which makes our ending balance $4,454.84. For Mohila number 5, where is it at? There it is. So we gained $25.07 in interest, and our ending balance is $4,889.34. For Mohila number 6, this is 0 interest, and so we are still at $5,543.14. Mohila number 7 is also 0 interest, and so we are still at $6,031.10. For Mohila number 8, we gained $45.77, which makes our ending balance $10,069.95. Mohila number 9, we gained $50.60 in interest, and our ending balance is $11,329.38. For Mohila number 10, we gained $97.39 in interest, and so our ending balance is $21,801.98. Okay, so moving on to Navient, our first one, we gained $22, and 36 cents in interest. Our ending balance is $3,669.58. Navient number 2 is 0 interest, and we are at still $6,954.33. Navient number 3 is also 0 interest, and so now we're at $7,474.56. And our last student loan, Navient number 4, we gained $60.06 in interest, which makes our balance $10,069.23. And then the last one is my mortgage. I paid $755.89 in interest. So it makes my ending balance $141,999.93. Okay. Now I have not done the math to see how much I paid in interest. That number is going to make me sick. I already know. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay. So for all my debt, listen, that's my mortgage payment. I mean, it's a little more than my mortgage payment, but that's my mortgage payment. So for interest this month, I paid either paid or accumulated $1,227.56. So my grand total for debt that I have Okay. So our grand total that we have remaining for debt is $244,093.02. And if I subtract that from our starting balance, we paid off a whopping $2,927.54 to debt. Okay. And so if you don't know, my focus right now is to pay off this Quicksilver in August, hopefully. That is my goal. I may have to take a small portion from my high yield savings to pay this off. I don't want to deplete my high yield savings just in case I need like car maintenance or any of that. That's like a small emergency fund. So I don't have to put more debt back onto my credit cards. And once I get this paid off, then these back taxes right here will be my focus. And then I have to get a roof repair, so I have to put close to $9,000 on another credit card, but it's 0% interest. So once I pay these tax loans off, my focus will be to pay that credit card off because I'm in school, so I don't have a payment for my student loans, although I'm accumulating god awful amount of interest. At this point in time, I just have to focus somewhere. So my focus is going to be the taxes, the credit card with the roof repair. Those are going to be my focus. And then once those are done, God willing, in a year, then we're going to focus on our student loans. Okay. And so while we're also here, let's go ahead and do our update for our sinking funds. And if you don't know, and if you have not watched, my major on stuffing, which it's titled like major home repair, which is the roof. And I unstuffed quite a bit for my sinking funds, like almost $1,500 to put towards my Quicksilver credit card so that I can get that paid off faster, knowing that I was going to have to accumulate more debt. So let me make sure we're still in frame. Okay. So for annual taxes, we started with annual taxes. Oh my God. For annual pay, we started with $397 at the beginning of July. And we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 170, 190, 195, 96, 97. So we have 197. And so that is a negative 200. I did have to pay 2 biannual bills, and then I also just took out 100 for an annual bill that's due. For car insurance, we started with 580. So we have 500 in the bank, 550, 600, 650, 700, 720, 40, 50, 60. So we have 760. So that is 180. Is that right? Yep, that's 180. And I just got that bill, and for 6 months, I only owe $753. So I'm actually good to go. I'm going to pull it out when I get paid again, August 13th, and move it over so I can just go ahead and pay that bill after my last monthly payment comes out on the 13th of August. So then this will be depleted. Car tags, we started with 30. We now have 20, 40, 50, and 55. So that is a positive of 25. In property tax, we started with 30 as well, and we have 20, 40, 50, and 55. So that is a positive of 25. In therapy, we have 100 in the bank, or sorry, we started with 200. We have 100 in the bank, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So we have 239. So that's a positive of 39. And if you don't know, I have twice a month therapy sessions. When I meet my deductible, my copay is only $26. And at the start of the beginning of the in January, when your insurance restarts, my copay or each session is about 150, 155. And I'll be paying that for like a few months. So I'm trying to bulk this up to help me prepare for that cost. School, we started with 185. We have 51, 52, 250, 270, 290, 310, 330, 350, 370, 390, 410, 430, 450, 470, 480, 485, 490, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95. So we have 495. And we started with 185. So that's a positive of 310. And I need to pay this in August, which is why it's here, not in the bank. I do need to see if I can condense it a little bit. Car upkeep, we started with 130. We now have 50, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. So we have 185. And that is a positive of 55. In dental, we started with 55, and we have 20, 40, 60, 70, and 75. So that's a positive of 20. In medical, we started with 140. We have 50, 100, 120, 140, 150, 160, and 170. So that is a positive of 30. Well, in vision, we started with 60, and we have 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70, which is a positive of $10. And in gifts, we started with 20. It is now 0. So it's a negative 20. Home deductible, we're ending with 0. So that is a negative 235. In med deductible, we're ending with 0. And that's a negative of 135. Okay. So let's do a little bit of math real quick. So our ending balance is $2,301 with a difference of okay, so that's all the positive. Now let me subtract the negative. Okay, so we increased it by 104. Okay, so our last one, we only have a few. Okay, so in self-care, we started with 55, and now we have 25. So that is a negative 30. And this self-care envelope, I only use this for like pedicures and manicures. It makes me feel good to say self-care because I mean, it's my self-care. Wardrobe, we started with 60 and we have 50 on a gift card, 70, 80, 90, 95. So that's a positive of 35. Okay, and then toiletries, we started with 104, and now we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 105, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we have 110, which that is a positive of $6. And yard work, we started with 25, and we have 20, 40, 60, and 65. And that is a positive of 40. And then in Christmas, we started with 95. So we have 50, 70, 90, 100, 110, 15, 20, and 125. And so that is a positive of 30. And if you haven't watched any of my other videos, my 3 children are grown adults. They are functioning successfully on their own. And so for Christmas, we all just get together and we'll either have brunch, lunch, we'll watch a whole bunch of Christmas movies, try different foods, play games, all of that. But we all bring something to the house. It's usually my house. So this is not like to buy anybody Christmas gifts. This is literally just to buy the food that we're going to cook or drinks or whatever we're going to do for that day. So I don't really need much. And for Thanksgiving, I started with 35, and we have 20, 40, 45, and 50. And this is also, so this is positive 15. So this is actually the same. We all plan a menu, me and my 3 children, and we decide who is cooking what. So this is literally just to buy the food that I am tasked with cooking and making, and we all get together and spend the day together. And so again, I won't need much, $100, probably not even that. So we'll be good. So at this point in time, those are all the sinking funds that I have and will have for the next several months. So that was a total of 374 that we started with. So now we have a $470, which means that is a positive of $96. So my grand total in sinking funds that I have is I have a grand total of $2,397. And this does not include ooh, girl, no, that's a L. Anyways, that does not include the grand total of that I have in my high yield savings, which is like $1,600. So that is it for today's video. We've done our debt update. We've done our closeout for our sinking funds, and we are ready to start the month. I'm going to work on my August monthly budget and also prep my paycheck budget as well. So until then, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. Bye.